Let's list 10 items in 3 minutes using List Perfectly. So List Perfectly is a tool that I use every day in my business, and I highly recommend it if you're looking to scale your listings. So I opened 10 Express Lister windows in my Chrome tab, and then I have all of my photos that I have batch taken in a folder saved onto my computer. I open the folder and drag each item's photos into the Express Lister on List Perfectly. I do this 10 times across each of the screens. So this will be 10 separate listings that will be ready to go to eBay here in about 3 minutes. If you use a photo editor and you edit your pictures prior to them going in your listing folder, this still works perfectly. I personally don't edit my photos at all. I use a backdrop board, I take my pictures, and they're ready to go when I take them. This is just something that I found that cuts down on my listing time, but if you prefer editing your photos, by all means, go ahead and do that. Once all photos are imported into those 10 tabs that I created, I go back to the first tab and I just rearrange the photos into the order that I prefer them. I do any minor cropping that needs done, and I just make sure that there are any details in the photos that the AI Express Lister needs to create a perfect listing. Always make sure to take a picture of the front of the item, the back of the item, and any tags or measurements. There's a little orange button in the top of the corner of the screen that says Listing Assistant. When your photos are reorganized, you can click that. Any additional details that you feel like maybe weren't included in your photos can be included here. You can choose the tone of how you would like the AI lister to put your description. I keep it professional, but I've seen many sellers use the funny versions. Then when you're ready, you can click Launch Listing Assistant. This will start the creative process for the AI to finish your listing. If I'm doing like items, I will go ahead and copy and paste the same details into that box all across the board. I personally do 10 screens at a time to limit the amount of time that I'm sitting here waiting for it to process. Even though it only takes literally seconds, I have no patience. This keeps things moving and definitely speeds up the process in my opinion. I personally have 65,000 listings across 3 eBay stores, and I used to have listing help, actually 2 or 3 employees at a time that helped me get things listed faster. And over time, I've changed my business goals, my business plans, and that just isn't something that I have available right now. List Perfectly has allowed me to keep up the quantity of items that I'm listing without paying for listing help. When these steps are done and all of the listings are complete, you can go back and check the details. So you can check the title, make sure it's what you like. They have the item specifics and the description. I really like the professional tone in the description setting because I don't feel like it adds as many fluff details, and I like the buyer to get the details, the size, the fabric content, any details like that without going into other things that could maybe open up a item not as described case later on. When that's done, you can go to your View My Listings tab. You can see all of the drafts that you've done. You can cross-post those to any of the platforms, and you've done 10 listings in 3 minutes.